Hello, and welcome back to a very, 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 very extremely special episode of the Pickle Jar Podcast. My name is Ryan Sullivan.
And my name is Keaton Ashby.
Folks, we got a very... We've got a very special... I don't know why that's the funniest thing to me in the world. However, we've got a very special episode planned for you guys today. Keaton, it's been quite a week, has it not been?
Yes, it has been the week indeed.
Has it?
The week, as in THEE space WEEK.
Cool.
The week.
The week.
Yes. So, I would like to start off with telling you something, Ryan.
Okay. Now, by the way, he didn't tell me this before the program today, so I have no idea what's about to happen.
No, I'm gonna have to save it for later. It's way too early.
Okay.
It's way too early to say.
All right. Well, we'll start off with just a little bit of small talk here. One thing that I do want to get out of the way at the very beginning of this episode of the podcast. Remember, guys, do you know that you can buy Pickle Jar Podcast hats? Here's a little picture of it that's going on the screen right now if you're watching us on YouTube. But you can be the owner of a Pickle Jar Podcast hat for the low price of $25. So if you are interested in purchasing a hat, then...
You can't just say buying.
Buying, yeah, I guess I could. If you are interested in buying a Pickle Jar Podcast hat, then go ahead and DM us on Instagram. If you DM us on Facebook, I will not read it. So DM us on Instagram at the Pickle Jar Pod. And while you're there, make sure you're following the Pickle Jar Pod. And then we'll get everything figured out. We'll get everything figured out on our end on how we're going to get it to you. If you happen to not live in the greater Marco or Naples area, because I have the hats. Supplies are limited. I believe I only have about 7 hats left. So if you're interested, get your orders in now, or else you're going to have to wait a little bit for me to actually go print off new ones. So if you want some hats, go ahead and let me know. So also, while we're just getting a little bit of the housekeeping out of the way, if you are not following us on Facebook and not following us on Instagram, you got to go do that. I've started posting a little bit more to Twitter, so if you feel like doing that, you can. We've got our live Instagram follower count right here, and we're at, 140 subscribers on the YouTube now?
Yeah, but you know what?
What?
Ryan, I have news to break to you.
Okay, you're breaking the news now?
This is not the news, but this is another news.
Okay,
that
this is different news.
The other day.
What did you find out the other day?
There is another Pickle Jar Podcast.
You didn't know that?
Their first episode got 11,000 views.
Hold up. I don't know.
They're at 9,501 subscribers.
Oh my gosh, I have to look this up right now.
Like, what the crap, man?
Oh, you're talking about the Pickle Jar Podcast from they posted a month ago.
Yeah, and they're already blown up.
Oh boy. Oh, because it's from the Formal Pickle. Okay. So let's see. Because the Formal Pickle is like Formal Pickle, I looked them up. Because they never actually had the Pickle Jar Podcast channel until now, because he was just posting it on his regular. Let's see. Oh wait, no. It said that they joined YouTube 3 months after we did.
Yeah. So technically, we're first.
We're first. We're first.
Yeah,
and you
we're
know what
first,
that means?
and we're better.
Well, because also, so this guy on YouTube, he has 181,000 subscribers. The guy who started this, and you know what he does? His name is Jake, and the only videos that he does is farming simulator. Get in that camera.
Yeah.
That's
no,
all.
not really.
That's all he does
So
is farming simulator.
my bad. I thought he was a threat to us, but apparently not.
No, I don't. Well, we'll have to
Yeah.
listen to it because there was the other Pickle Jar podcast that started like a month or two after us, and they had like we had just hit like 30 subscribers,
But we
and
crushed them.
yeah, and they're still sitting at like 14.
They quit.
Mhm.
because of our inferior presence. Where our balls were in their court.
Keaton, that is funny. Oh, I forgot we have reverb now. So if
Wow.
Keaton, do you have anything you want to say into the reverb?
Oh no, not really. My
You're what?
I look better.
I look better too.
We both look
We
better.
both look better. We both got new cameras.
We got new cameras.
We got new camera bumpers. Oh man, so great. There's so many things that are moving and chugging along. If you guys didn't listen to episode 32, because this is episode 33 of the Pickle Jar Podcast. I don't know if I mentioned that. Episode 32, we got a lot of big stuff out of the way that you've probably been wondering about for a while. I don't know if you have. I'm putting words in your mouth, and as said
anyway,
okay.
Let me just give it a breakdown real quick. So basically, me and Ryan really, we have busy lives. We're both, busy people, and we haven't really had time to do podcasts because some important life events that now are out of the way. So now we actually have a little bit of time to actually work with each other to do the podcast again. So
well, I tell you what, I've realized how much free time I actually have now.
Well, that's because you don't work for the government, buddy.
No, what I'm saying is, I did one thing. I cleaned my room, and I'm keeping it clean, and which is big for me, as you know.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment. This man got a dish track made on him because he didn't clean his room.
Listen back to episode 3 if you want the story from that. Episode 3, which is still called Baby Eater. We're gonna have to do a new episode with James when he comes out with his new album. But point being, now James PM. Point being,
ooh, what a smooth transition.
I finished cleaning my room about 2 weeks ago. And ever since then, I kind of have given myself a new outlook on life. Which, it sounds really weird as I'm saying it. But let me break it down just a tad, because I don't want to get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast
gonna say,
quite yet.
I feel like you're about to skip an entire segment there, buddy.
I am. Okay, I'm going to leave the suspense. We
built a suspense, which is something very important to do.
Yeah, so if you want to hear exactly why I think cleaning my room changed my life for the better, then stick around for the next segment of the podcast. But first, we're going to talk about the event of the week. What's the best thing that has happened in each of our lives this week? So now, Keaton, I know that you are dying to tell me yours, but I have a feeling. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first? Because I don't know. Because you kind of plan this.
I will go first,
okay,
because this is a bombshell.
A bombshell.
Let's
Wait.
Give me some effects.
It's a what?
A bombshell.
I love it. I love it so much.
This is something that you would never expect. No one will ever expect this.
Are you?
Because if you know me,
huh? Are you coming to Marco? Is that what you're trying to say? Okay.
No, this is not. No, it's kind of far.
Did you get married?
That's already out of the way, my guy. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's just, dig right into this sucker. About a couple days ago,
Mm-hmm.
my wonderful wife said, I have a great idea. Let's go vegan. So for the past couple of days, I've been only eating plants. Now, if you know me, I'm a very big carnivore. I love eating my meat. However, I have now turned into a herbivore.
That's your event of the week?
Yes, it is my event of the week. Because ever since I've started eating healthy.
All right, the jar is open. Go ahead, continue. I had to open up the jar.
Ever since I've started eating healthy, which I've been working out, but I haven't been eating that great. But now I'm working out and I'm eating healthy. I've noticed a lot of things. I've noticed that when I wake up, I have more energy. When I go to work, I have more energy to work, and given my full effort and everything I got without no energy at all given to me, no caffeine. And I've noticed that I've just been feeling a lot better. My mood has been increased, and I've just been feeling great. I've been cruising through life, and I've been just taking it one day at a time.
So
but that also is going to lead me into another segment because there's a lot of other stuff that's also had a positive impact on me. But that was my event.
No meat.
No meat.
No meat. No dairy.
No dairy.
So no cheese. Are you having tofurkey and stuff like that?
I am eating a lot of tofu.
Wow.
I'm eating a lot of tofu. And Ryan,
now
I gotta tell you, tofu is not that bad, my guy. It's really not. It kind of tastes kind of good. But another thing is quinoa.
Quinoa. It's quinoa.
Yeah, whatever. Quinoa. Quinoa's not that bad either. It's pretty good.
This, honestly, this has taken me so aback. I would have never expected that out of
I know,
all things.
That's why I couldn't wait to tell
you. Out
of
all things that you could have told me, that is probably the very bottom of the list of things that you could tell me. The only other thing that you could have told me would be muting the live track. All right.
You muted it?
I did mute it for that. That's the only thing.
Silly goose.
I'm just a silly goose. Yeah, no, that would probably be the only other thing that would be surprising. But that. Wow.
I sold a gun
so
or
how long?
Like
how long has it been that you started on this vegan diet, and also how long do you plan to do so?
I think it's been 4 days or so.
Been 4 days. Okay, so now is this something where you guys are just both going to test it out and see how you feel? Like 30 days, you are absolutely going to do it, or is it
what? Here's the dealio, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Mar both agree that we want a healthy lifestyle, not only for us, but when we do have children, we want them based on healthy foods and stuff.
Right.
And we want to take as much as much preventative measures to prevent heart disease and all that, diabetes, and cancer.
So is it then strictly for health reasons, or is there any moral reason behind it?
Ryan,
I didn't think so.
In November, I'm about to go bury a couple deer. So
okay. So are you not going to eat them?
No, I'm going to eat the crap out of them.
Okay. so it's more of a.
It's more of a not going fully.
It's a temporary lifestyle change. It's not a.
no. It's not eating fully vegan, but
Uh-huh.
focusing my main stuff that I eat, like
Okay.
mostly everything that I eat. Like, okay, let's say 90% of my diet will be vegan,
So
and
you
then
can you can have
10%
like,
would be like a little bit, just a tad bit of meat.
so like once a week if you feel like it, you can have a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, something like that. Well, I don't know about all that sandwich work, but
Okay. Well,
so,
once a week you can have a roasted chicken,
yeah,
or
something more simplistic like that,
mm-hmm.
because I kind of do fully vegan, because
Well,
there's just some things I can't give up milk first
yeah,
and
yeah.
foremost, because a guy
A
has got to eat. So
certified milk drinker.
yeah,
I just finished my glass of milk.
yeah.
And
However, I can move
I
my
was off the
diet.
juice for like a year and a half, you know.
Dang,
Mm-hmm.
can't, how'd you do communion?
Huh? No.
I said, how'd you?
No. Off of milk. And anyway, it's not juice, it's the blood of Christ.
Yes, because
Represented in
we're
juice.
actually drinking.
Represented in juice form.
I was about to make a hot
Yeah,
take right there, but
yeah,
I
no,
didn't.
no, my hot take. It is not literally the blood of Jesus. It is
Yeah,
simply a
it's
representation.
yeah, it's Welch's grape juice, or unless you go to a different church, it's ooh, that was really nice and good.
Well,
Something like that.
what we do is we've got those little
The little
cups, the ones that you have
Yeah,
to peel
with the
open.
freaking styrofoam
Yeah.
crackers.
Well, the reason being is that every single time we meet, we have communion. We don't do it like once a month. Like every broadcast, we end it with communion.
So what do you
Every
buy it
Wednesday
bulk
night.
on Amazon or
Uh
something?
huh. Yes, yes, we do.
It's like I don't tithe 11% to not get my
Ten
Welch's
percent.
grape juice.
Ten
No,
percent.
no, 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 no. I tithe 11% so I can
No,
get
you
Welch's.
tithe 10%. That last
I know,
1% would be your
Ryan,
offering.
you're missing the joke. It says to tithe 10% in the Bible, but this man that I'm imitating tithes 11 so he can get his Welch's grape juice.
It's just like they get the envelope and you've got tithes, offering, other, and then like a little line. It's like upgrade the communion juice. It's and Pastor Andre actually joked this morning. It's like, so you can take out your wafer, or I guess your styrofoam, because on the stage they get like oyster crackers. But anyway, the point being,
Uh, we're getting a
point
little
being,
off topic, but that's okay.
I kind of agree with you on this whole like lifestyle change and how it's changed things, because I am currently I am currently on I just started week 3 of going to the gym every day. Um
Oh, very
I just
nice.
which that technically I did skip 2 days. Well, technically 3 days, but I still did work out on one of those 3 days. Um but like it consistently for the past week, I've been going to the gym every single day.
Mhm.
And burning a minimum of 700 calories while in the gym.
Nice.
And trying to keep within my target heart rate until I do like high intensity workouts. Um, and like mostly like aerobics and cardio. However, I have felt so great ever since basically, yeah, just ever since ever since I got over the initial soreness, I have felt amazing. But
Yeah.
specifically yesterday, I realized how much I feel like my mindset has changed within just the past like couple days even. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with you, because every day after work, I've been working out.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going back to my little gym that I got back here in the back of my house,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been tearing it up. I've just like been strictly every day after work. which at work I walk probably at least like 20,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
So I'm a little tired after work, but still I just go, I rip it out real quick, and it just keeps me keep going.
Yeah, see, my gym, I go to the new Planet Fitness in Naples. I probably just doxed myself, but anyway.
Yeah,
Uh,
someone's gonna film you on the treadmill.
oh, I should have filmed somebody yesterday. This guy had 4 people spotting him. 4 people spotting him while he was doing squats, and he still dropped it on his neck and passed out on the gym floor.
How many plates did he have?
It was like 245s and a 25.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I do a 10 and a 5, so I can't really say anything.
You said 245.
Like a 45 on each side, like 45, 45, 25, 25.
That's 275.
Yeah.
That's easy money, big guy.
Okay, maybe for big strong farmer boy over in Texas, with zero protein in his diet. Kidding. But
I get my protein.
How do you get your protein? Do you just have like protein supplements or nuts, beans?
You got it.
Nuts and beans.
I like to eat nuts.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. I'm glad.
I love butter. I love peanut butter. But it's
vegan peanut butter.
Yeah, but it's still got.
Also, hold your hand up in front of your face because it auto-focused. Like, there you go. Okay, cool. Your camera went out of focus when you put your face up close to it.
I love my camera. It's so good.
Yeah, no, I like both of our cameras. They both look very nice now.
It's
I'm actually going to give my old webcam to Joseph, because we were talking this week, and he's going to start his own like YouTube channel.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I would love to hear his interesting takes on things.
Well, we'll have to get him, Joseph. We'll have to get you on the podcast when you actually start your endeavor in becoming famous, because I know that's one of your like main goals is to blow up and then act like you don't know nobody. So, but so to reference the elephant in the room, this episode is called "How to Be Happy Again," right? And we've sort of talked about a little bit.
We've teased a little.
We've teased a little bit, and we're already 23 minutes in. So now let's really get to the meat and potatoes of things.
Yes, I agree.
I didn't tell you I was going to bring this up. The reason I didn't tell you I was going to bring this up is because I thought of it about 2 seconds ago. Do you remember? Hey, Keaton, remember the time when we were at that park down by South Beach? You remember? You know that park? Do you remember when we were there?
And we were just chilling out. And
we were chilling out.
Studs.
And what was it that you said? You said, "Why does it seem like there are so many people who have everything going for them, but things always just never seem to work out for us"? And I remember you said that. You said something like that back. I think this was. I believe your mom was going through chemo at that point.
Yes.
So, and you mentioned something about like rich people and about how it seems like everything that they've got is fine. And I kind of said, it's like, well, it's probably not, but nonetheless, we've both gone through quite a few things with our lives and all that. What do you think was the main thing that kind of got you out of that like rut? To begin with, if you want, you can sort of like enter in with the rut itself while you were there, and then
that's
so
what I was going to do.
Go ahead.
So how old am I? 19. Okay.
You were
So
19 years old. Yes.
let's think about this. When I was the ripe age of 14, was it 13,
I
14?
think it was 14. Yeah.
Around freshman year of high school, I started off just like I was going to a school. It was it was a fairly bigger school. Um, I really didn't have that many friends because I was homeschooled 7th and 6th grade and 5th
Right.
grade. But I went to school in 8th grade and it was great. I mean,
Well, for the
I
first
kind of
time, because I don't. Did you
yeah
mention you were homeschooled in?
yeah.
Oh,
I went
okay.
back to school in 8th grade and I started and I was like, okay, cool. I was struggling with some subjects. Other than that,
Like
I was
English
just
and
doing
stuff
fine.
like that.
Yeah. I was kind of retarded.
Oh.
However, so I made my way into that summer between 8th grade and freshman year, which was
Mm-hmm.
you remember that summer?
Mm.
You remember that summer?
Summer of
It
16.
was a great summer. It was an
Yeah, the
excellent
Pokemon Go
summer.
summer. That.
Yeah. And then I made it to freshman year, and freshman year was all right. I mean, I was at a different school. I was changing as a person because I was a freshman. Um, I really didn't have Ryan around because I was at a different school. We were both at different
Mhm.
schools, so we didn't really talk that much. So I kind of went down sort of a no path. I was being a bad child, and then
Really?
sophomore year,
You
yeah, I
never
was hanging
told me
out.
about any of this.
I was just hanging out with some bad children,
Oh, I see.
and that was about it. And I wasn't really happy where I was at in my life. So I went, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna switch schools. So I was like, here we go. Boom! I switch over to where all my homies are at their school, and it started getting much better. I met my wife there in that school. Well, I did. I knew of her before, but we started
And you
talking,
thought she was
and
annoying back
yeah,
then, but
yeah. So that was going good, and I was just kind of smooth sailing through. I did football at my freshman sophomore year, but it wasn't really going great for me because I got a boo boo. Well, not really a boo boo, but skin condition.
yeah,
You know. So
leprosy. We know about the
yeah,
leprosy.
leprosy. Which also during that time I was dealing with a lot of stuff with my parents because they had a lot of health issues, and that was just past. And it's just, oh man, that
Mm.
that really helped shape me.
It's
And
just
then
compounding everything.
yeah, and then I was falling through. Junior year, oh great year, until that happened,
COVID. Yeah.
and that kind of whoa, threw everything around. Which I mean, it was great. I stayed at home and played Doom all day. During COVID, like I'd
And
be sitting
you
in
also
class
drove
in
to Texas.
Discord.
You also drove to
Yeah,
Texas.
I did drove to Texas during school, which if that never happened, then
Yeah, who
it's
knows? See?
kind of a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
But which led to me moving to Texas and marrying my wife. So what I'm trying to say is something that really got me out of it was I started focusing on God more. I was growing up. I was
Mhm.
like, okay, I need to put my focus more on God. I actually need to start, having that relationship with him. And then
Mhm.
that brought me Marley. And Marley has helped me a lot just become a better, very, very, very much better person. And she has really helped me just be she's really just helped me just build a firm foundation to keep me in
Mhm.
focus on God. And
Can she hear
now
you right now, or does she have her headphones on?
she can't really respect it. Anyway, uh so I made my way through.
Mhm.
I started working on my job now. um I was doing good. I was going strong for the first, like, let's say 6 7 months.
Right.
After that, I kind of hit a little wall. I was like,
About when was that, do you think?
uh, probably probably maybe like November, December,
Okay.
something like that. I hit a wall, and
So
when I
that.
hit this wall, I kind of got into a little funk,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I had to power through my little funk.
It seems there's a little bit of correlation there. That's
Yeah.
about the time that we did the last episode of the podcast before the huge hiatus, wasn't it?
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
when I hit my little funk, I was kind of I wasn't feeling it. It was like
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ah, man, you know, I'm, I can't really talk to my friends, and my
Mm-hmm.
family's far away, my friends are far away, and I'm just out here.
Right.
And then March came along,
Mm-hmm.
and the wedding week, that was great. I
Ooh.
got married.
Yes.
Oh, big plus right there. I got to see all my friends. And after that, I've been chugging along.
Right.
I was saying the last 3 weeks, I've really all no. It was 4 weeks ago. I
Mm-hmm.
was sitting at church, and we were we were just sitting there, and we were listening to our
Of
sermon
course.
at the
Mm-hmm.
time, and it really just hit me. It was like, I'm like, I you can choose happiness
Mm-hmm.
every day.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness is a choice.
Mm.
And that really was just like, all right, you know what, I man, I'm getting happy now, because like I'm just thinking about it. It's like I feel like God's really imprinted that in my
Mm-hmm.
brain,
Yes.
because it's so true.
It
Like
is. It really
every time
is.
every time I go to work, I come in happy. I'm like, I'm ready for the day. I'm ready to just knock it all out, just
Mm-hmm.
get it done, and just have fun with it while you're doing it.
So
And
if I can butt in a little bit here. So
yes.
it seems like there's two major things that got you out of each of these funks. That the point of the episode, how you got happy again specifically.
Mhm.
Number one, of course, is focusing more on God. Is focusing more on your faith and focusing more on a higher power than you.
Mhm.
And then number two is what it seemed is changing your scenery. Because
Yeah.
really, if you look at it, when you were in when you were in your freshman year, in your sophomore year, you said that you had a lot of issues then, and things weren't really going well. And then something that helped change that was moving to MIA as opposed to the school you were at before. So one of the things that if you, the listener at home, are in a funk, maybe something that you can do to try and help get yourself out of that is to change your surroundings, because maybe it's not going to be as much as switching schools or moving 2,000 miles away, but it could be because I mean, not all of us can just pick up and leave everything and go get married out in Texas.
Well, I
That
mean,
those are
you
for the
could.
you
The
could.
invitation's still open, Ryan.
Yeah,
I got Wesley on board. I need to get
I
you on
know,
board.
I know. Well, I'm working on it. I got a lot I need to do here before I can before I can
Wait, are you
even
for real,
think about.
Ryan?
No, I'm saying that it's not like out of the question.
Okay,
I am
but
simply
I'm just telling.
saying
In the future, could it be a possibility that you would
I'm
come
not
out
going to
here?
say no and I'm not going to say yes. All I am
That's all I
saying,
need to hear. That's
all
all
I
I need
am
to hear.
saying is that if I were to ever move out to Texas or to have a seasonal residence, that would be
Seasonal
much more
residence.
likely. If I lived there for 6 months and here for 6 months, I mean, there's a lot that would need to happen before then, um, before actually moving out there. So we'll see if, and I'm saying if, I'm not saying that it will, but if anything, we're looking at multiple years down the line. So
Yeah, that's all good.
this is nothing in the
That's all
short
good.
term. That is in
As long as
the
you come
very
out
long
here,
term.
as long as you come out here, that'll be
Oh,
good.
I'll come out there often, but like move out there, working on that. Not 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 quite ready for something like that. Um,
Yeah.
which I mean, I am going to own a house here already, so because
Tiny house.
what?
Tiny house.
Uh,
320 square feet, baby. Ooh,
but
which another thing is, I
mhm.
finally have hot water in this sucker.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And
I
I've
bet
been able
that's
to
impacting your
shower. I've been
happiness.
able to shower right there.
Mm,
In that wall, there's a shower with hot water, and it's great and it's
very cool. I
glorious.
know. I've been in it when it was not a shower yet.
Yeah, I know. But that's just another great thing.
Just another
You know, that
thing. Just another thing in the life of Keaton that's going great.
it's going good right now.
So, did you have anything else in particular that you wanted to say, or anything that you have to?
I will end it on this. I am very blessed right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all I have to say.
I
And I'm
think.
excited. Not only in my life, but in my other family members' lives, everything is going
Mm,
great right now, and I'm just happy.
mm-hmm.
I can honestly say that I am happy.
I like that. That's something that we really like to hear. So that is how you got happy again.
Yes. Now let's hear
Um,
how you got happy, Mr. Sullivan.
okay, so I think now I don't want to compare anything, but if you compare the two of us, I've probably had a little bit more like mental health, like in a funk problems
Oh yeah, for real.
than you have. Um, just not like saying like degrees of anything or worse, but I'm just saying that that I in particular did not deal with things as well as you have. Um, and so a lot of my problems in the how, how do how do I start this? So in the beginning, the earth was formless and black.
Okay.
No, but
So I say, where do you
really,
even want to begin?
yeah, where do we want to begin? I think
Where we
the
collided?
best place the best place to begin is probably that growing up, my mom was always going in and out of the hospital at least like once a month. Um and then like that started in like second grade. And how do I put this eloquently? My parents fought a lot growing up as well. Not to say that I ever had like a really bad home life or anything. It's especially not compared to a lot of people I know, and I don't want to compare anything at all. But nonetheless, it was not the best it could have been. There's a lot that if I could go back, I would want to change it, even though I know that it's made me into the person that I am today. However, compounding that as I started to get a little bit older, and started to feel like I was like looking for relationships and stuff. A lot of hurt there, and a lot of bad things that happened, and like not just like oh rejection, like the worse things than that I'm not gonna quite get into the full
Yeah,
extent of, and the people that
yeah,
know me well know exactly what I'm talking about. But
I
let's
do.
yeah. Keaton, you know me well. Wow, what a coincidence. Anyway,
Whoa.
um so like the health problems when it came to my mom never really got better. There was a time where when she stopped drinking diet soda that she stopped going in and out of the hospital at least once a month. She started only going in about once every 6 months. However, that started to steadily decline. then my grandparents, my grandpa fell. He ended up going to be with the Lord in December 28th, 2018. And then following that, my mom ended up being in the hospital on Thanksgiving in 2019. And the day before Thanksgiving, my grandma also went to heaven. And then on December 10th, 2019, my mom also passed away from just complications of all the things that she was dealing with the MS and all that. Now, the thing is, before that, before everything that happened in 2019, I had got to a place again where I was happy. I want to say I was in a very, very bad place, I'll say, in like 8th grade and early 9th grade. Those of you who knew me in 8th grade, you would not have been able to tell from the outside because, but on the inside, I was quite literally just dying. And I think August of 2019, I realized something. I realized that I had been wasting the opportunity that I've been given. I realized that I was constantly overeating. Any feelings that were coming up, any sort of bad feelings, I was just eating those. I never got diagnosed for it, but I can almost guarantee you that I had an eating disorder. Remember on like 4th of July or something when I ate like 9 hot dogs and didn't even bat an eye at your house? It's like, Brian, how many hot dogs did you eat? I'm like, 9. It felt like that scene from Trailer Park Boys. It's like it felt like that scene from Trailer Park Boys. It's like, well, nobody wants to admit that they ate 8 cans of beans, but
you're talking about that 4th of July party.
Yeah, that 4th of July party.
That was a bad party for the both of us, brother.
Yeah, it was. But
oh, dude, I forgot how juicy that was.
Yeah, no, but I definitely realized at the start of my senior year that I needed to make a significant change. And I begun that. And I started going to the gym every day right about October of 2019. Right about October. Started going to the gym every day. I would get up at like 5 in the morning. I would get into the gym by like 6:30. I would show up at school right at like 8:23, just in time to get through the doors. And it was good. It was actually really good.
At rehearsal, you would run around outside.
Yeah, and honestly, that was sort of the best I had ever felt. Because the thing is, working out, and Keaton, I know you can agree with me on this, working out releases endorphins in your brain. And quite literally, the easiest thing.
It literally makes you happier.
Mm-hmm. The easiest thing that you can do to make yourself happy again is start working out. Is just get your blood pumping, pump some iron, do something, anything. If it's just going on a walk every morning or every evening, and like things. Here's something that all the procrastinators need to know, and I'm still trying to learn this myself. Even if it is 8:12, you don't have to wait until 8:30. You don't have to start things right on the hour. You can just go out there. I don't care if it's 8:05 and you miss your window of when you wanted to start. Just go do it. Don't procrastinate. Like literally put in some Bluetooth headphones or something and switch the podcast to the audio edition and go
Yeah.
start walking right now. Like
Yeah. You have to do it.
you
You
have to
can't
do
just
it, and
you
there's
can't just be like I'm going to do it. No, it's you just gotta freaking dive right in it.
there's no point in starting tomorrow because tomorrow never comes.
Yes.
You will never make it to tomorrow. Not saying that you're going to die the following morning. Like I'm saying, like it is always the present. To quote Master Uruguay from Kung Fu Panda, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So,
So what he's saying is, you throw in your headphones, get some Metallica going, and go rip some
or some Pickle
freaking
Jar
things out.
Podcast. It doesn't work.
Ryan,
It doesn't work.
yeah,
I tried. It doesn't work.
yeah. Listening to your voice when trying to work out was kind of rough yesterday.
I'm sorry. I called Keaton when he first begun his workout yesterday with this idea. It's like, Keaton, I feel so happy. And you're like, I feel happy too. Let's do a podcast. I'll be happy. But like, so to go back on what I was saying before, that was the best I had ever felt for quite a while. And then my mom dies. And then I keep eating healthy, and I'm just like, okay, we're just going to take all these feelings and just shove them down. It's like, it's Christmas time, we're going to be happy. And then it's like, ho ho ho, stay with your families this Christmas. And I'm like, oh. And then I continued trying to work out, but I started skipping days more and more often, and just got into that mood of, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then COVID hit, and then the gyms closed, and then I was isolated from people. Like I think it was March 20th was the day that my dad was like, okay, we have no idea what's going on. We should probably stay inside. And we self-isolated and really only went out to get like groceries and stuff. And then also I lost my driver's license. And this was back when we thought like, oh, the mandatory 30-day stay-at-home order, you're gonna, if they catch you outside, they're gonna pull you over. And if I got pulled over without my license, I'd lose my, so you know how we rationalized things back in 2020.
Yeah.
But like, and then as time went on, like once we got into like May, everyone was sort of like, oh, like the past 2 or 3 months have just been a blur. Like quite literally, I had been in a blur since the day that my mom died. And I don't know when it happened, but I got to a point where I was okay again. I started going to the gym every once in a while. It wasn't like anything like serious. I ended up losing all of the weight by July of 2020. And then I've been sort of trapped in this cycle of constantly going, it's like, oh, I just might as well cheat. It's not that big of an issue, to, okay, I need to make a change again, to, oh, okay, hard deadline by December 31st, 2021, I'm going to be 170 pounds. It's like, oh, I'm 183. It's fine. Just as long as I'm 170 by the wedding. Oh, I'm 175. It's not that bad. Oh, we're on vacation. I'm going to completely forget about my diet for the next month. So now I'm sitting at like just under 200. So I think really, one of the first things that sort of hit me with this most recent, like, get happy again thing, one of the first things was the wedding itself. Because it was sort of like me going, well, if it could happen for Keaton, it could happen for anybody. I'm kidding. Like that wasn't like the
Nice.
exact, that
That's
wasn't
how
the
I felt
exact
too.
like thing. But it was more so of like, it was a coming of age story, you know?
It really
And
was.
I realized, I was like, oh, look at this. We really, it's like, despite everything that's happened, look at how happy we are right now. I'm going to be honest,
Oh, that
th-
was
that day was the best day of my life so far. And
that was fabulous. Like,
like,
I don't think y'all understand.
mhm,
Like, me, just all of us together, just not just that day, but that whole week,
mhm.
all of us
Well,
just,
I'm saying that day in particular was
yeah,
probably
yeah,
the
that day
best day
was
of my
good. But I'm
life
just
so
saying
far.
that whole week, just all of us coming together as we
Mhm,
all progressed in life since we all met, which we were a lot younger.
mhm.
A lot has changed, a lot has happened, and we're all growing up together, and
Mhm.
it's turning out beautifully.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Change doesn't always have to be bad. Because a lot of people, what I've noticed is a lot of people seem to really fear change. And I mean, I was in that same boat about a year and 2 months ago or so. Um, because when I quit Marco Off Supply, I had no idea what was going to happen where I am now. And honestly, that was one of the biggest things for me, is the fact that I am in it now when it comes to faith. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I am constantly surrounding myself with people who love the Lord, who believe in the Lord like wholeheartedly, and follow him to the ends of the earth and all that sort of thing, and are doing what his word tells us to do. And I'm surrounded by that, and I'm getting that into my mind as well. And then also, I'm doing what I love to do, because we know that we all know that I love doing video stuff and doing entertainment sort of stuff. I'm sitting here with my own soundboard at the moment. Oh, did you lose me? Oh crap.
Oh, you're back. You're back. You're back.
Okay. Oh, the recording
Oh
stopped on my.
no. Oh no. You
Eh.
ruined it.
I'm sorry. Wait.
Oh,
You're
dude, you're back. You're back. You're back. You're back.
okay. Let me double check. Yeah. Okay. So, video wise, things just went a little bit crazy there for a second, but audio
Wow.
on this
Yeah.
side is still good, and I can still hear you loud and clear. Okay. Luckily, this is on battery now, so we're
Let's not touch the board
let's not
anymore.
touch the board again. Okay. Okay. A little bit awkward. That was a little bit awkward. Let's not do that again. But so change can be good, and changing into do what you love to do, and or at least make a positive step towards that. Because one of the biggest things that I took away, that changed about myself, the like day after the wedding, I was sitting there thinking, who do I want to be? Like, what are my short term and what are my long term goals? And I wrote a lot of those down. Actually, writing down what you want is something
Oh,
that is so super important, and it can just do oodles for your mental health. So I wrote down
oodles.
what I want, and I told myself,
You want a number one with a large sweet tea
I
and some spicy ketchup.
I told myself that every day I need to make at least one step towards each of those goals. It's not like every single goal needs to be, you can't build Rome in a day. Like, I'm not saying like every single thing.
Well, you could. If you had like 300 million slaves and they all just whoosh, built it.
Yeah, but then...
I digress.
I digress. Wonderful. Okay, that's going to be a quote. Well, it could. If you had 300 million slaves and they just went... Psh, but I digress. Okay, so I decided I was going to make a positive step in the direction of each of my goals. And I wasn't really getting there. And I wasn't really doing that. I realized, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll start.
Ah, yes, like that one Diamond Rio song. You know, I start walking your way, and you start walking mine. We meet in the middle, under that North Georgia pine. You know what I'm saying? You're walking one way, and your goal's walking back towards you.
Oh, yeah, like one step forward, two steps back.
No, I'm not talking about two-stepping. Ryan, do you even know how to two-step?
That's not what I said at all. That's not what I said at all. That is literally...
I'm sorry. I'm being a little silly goose right now.
Stop being such a silly goose, Keaton.
I can't help it.
Anyway. So... Let's see how much time we got left. We're almost an hour into this already.
Oh gosh, we're gonna exceed our limit.
We're gonna exceed our limit. We wanted to always remain under an hour for these, but it might not work today. But so to make a very long story short, a couple of weeks ago, I got some news. Some news that I won't get into my whole relation to it, but it's been in the news. And Keaton and I have not mentioned it by name, but we've mentioned it by slight hinting towards, based on a certain thing that has happened. And once I first heard this news, overwhelming joy, because I was so happy that it was finally taken care of. However, I realized a lot of things about how my connection to this certain event was not good. And I'm not going to get into my full thing, but something that Wesley actually helped me realize about myself is the fact that I blame a lot of things on myself, even if it's something completely out of my control. Like that was when I was like 13 years old. When I first, like I would say, got like depressed for the first time. It was because something had happened that was outside of my control that I blamed on myself. And this most recent funk had been entirely something that happened that maybe there were things that I could have done earlier, but I was too young to know.
You were naive.
Naive. I was naive, and the thing is,
we were all naive.
Yeah, what happened was not my fault. And something that if you're currently struggling with something like that, it might take you a while. But unless you quite literally did it yourself, like whatever this bad thing is. Like if you're upset because your parents are dead and you're the ones who killed them, maybe you should continue to be a little bit upset for a little while. However, um, things are going to happen, and it's not always in your control. What matters is not that it happened, not whatever your involvement could or couldn't have been, if you could have stopped it or whatever. But what matters the most is how you come out of that.
Yes. What do you do after it?
What do you do after that? Once the dust settles.
How to do after.
Yes. So I was very, very, very angry. And like,
wow.
What?
I said, oh wow.
Yeah, I was very angry. And the reason I started wanting to go to the gym in the first place was because I wanted to train, like, so that I could become a weapon. But like, seriously, it was that I was angry and I had to get those emotions out somehow. It doesn't really matter your motivations starting to go to the gym, because once you get there, things will end up getting better. If you're going to the gym because you're angry, if you're going to the gym because you're a fat piece of crap and want to lose weight, if
oh no, how dare you say something so controversial? Because we encourage people being comfortable with their bodies now, and not being like, oh, you're probably gonna die.
Well, here's the thing. I constantly joked about the fact that I was more likely than not going to die of a heart attack at age 35. And
then when you realize, hey, this might actually be a
possibility. No, it was literally, my doctor told me, Ryan, if you do not lose 15 pounds within the next 6 months before I have to see you again, we're going to have to get your blood work done to see if you have adult onset type 2 diabetes.
Man, that's a kick to the nuts.
So like, literally, I was 17 years old and dying. Like,
this man went to the store and bought some chocolate laxatives afterwards. I tell you what, man, I would have been like, ooh.
Yeah, no. So like,
that's scary.
Quite literally, it was bad, and I don't know if everyone said that I wore it well, but no.
Dude, but I just don't remember you being that big.
I was morbidly obese. My BMI was about 42. I was 290 pounds, like 0% muscle. I couldn't lift anything. I was like borderline diabetic. So,
dude, I can, like, I completely, it's just like, wow, that blows my mind.
I am down 95 pounds from that time as we stand at this current moment. So to get back on my previous point, you know what I did that started really getting me into a better mood? I would be sitting in my car or something, and I would just be like, you know, I would just be like, why is this happening, or something. I would then just suddenly, it just dropped into my mind. It was a revelation. I just heard, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And I'm like, huh, I guess it is.
As you went,
and then I was just like, and just like, sunshine and lollipops and rainbows, everything, and like, and then of course, like, start thinking about more things, and then just suddenly, just once again, like a revelation in my head, just, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And like, it sounds weird, but it has gotten me through this past month. Like, it got me through Mother's Day, because Mother's Day is difficult for me.
Oh, yeah.
It got me through this whole situation of which I've been talking about, where I don't even think about it anymore. And for the first time in a long time, I am so optimistic for the future, and to release the suspense from earlier.
Nice. Well played. Well played.
Okay,
Good.
it it all started when I was like, okay, I need to do one of two things today. I am either going to the gym or I'm cleaning my room. And I was like, here's the thing. You will always start cleaning your room. You will never
Dude,
start going to the gym.
dude,
So I
dude,
went
dude,
to the
dude.
gym. What are you
Did you
saying?
just did you just had that entire build up to explain that you
No.
cleaned your room?
No. I forgot
Oh,
about
okay.
that. I forgot
Oh,
about that, and I
oh,
want
never mind, never
bring
mind.
it
No,
back.
keep
Okay,
going.
so
I didn't say anything. We gotta wrap it up soon.
okay,
Anyway, so just keep.
so I realized, like, oh, I need to do two things. Either I'm going to start going to the gym or I'm going to clean my room today. And I realized I will always put off going to the gym. So if I don't do it today, I'm never going to do it. So I did it. I seized the moment. And I went to the gym. I was horribly sore the next day, but I went again the next day. And then
Nice.
I felt a little bit better after that, and I was like, okay, no matter what, by Saturday, my room needs to be clean. When you set hard deadlines for yourself, you'll actually get the things done that you need to get done. When you set hard deadlines for yourself that you cannot, like, you it's like you cannot fail at this thing. You tell yourself you're not allowed to fail, then you won't. Like, unless it's something that's literally impossible. Because as long as it's specific and it's time bound and it's actually achievable, it's a SMART goal. It's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic,
Realistic
and
and
time bound.
transparent.
Time
Oh, never
bound.
mind.
Time bound. So as long as it's something that you can actually do, and you set a specific time to it, and there is a benchmark for success, because you're never you. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I want you to get this. You are never going to succeed at the things that you want to do unless you know what your benchmark for success is. Okay, to explain it a different way.
Can you say that in Richard?
If when I started losing weight, if I said the same thing that I had said 150,000 more billion times before, that I'm going to lose weight, I would have started losing weight, and I would have had no measurement of it. No no way to sort of gather, am I done? Do I still have more to go? Because in fact, I know a lot of people that's how they started getting eating disorders, by
Mm-hmm.
saying, I'm going to lose weight. And they had no benchmark for what success in that goal was. And they ended up getting like body dysmorphia and feeling like they always saw that same person in the mirror that they were however long ago they started actually losing the weight. Or
Mm-hmm.
something worse than what was actually in the mirror looking back at them. So if you don't know what success is for you, you can't succeed. Does that make more sense, Keaton?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of my whole thing. That I cleaned up my surroundings. And the thing is, I sort of have been holding this whole thing of, now this can be anything in your life, but I was holding this thing of my room as this impossible beast of which it's what's in Greek mythology? It was the Hydra of my life. Now this is really overselling it. I'm going to be perfectly honest.
You're taking
this is a huge
essentially
exaggeration.
Here he's comparing how his life is like his room.
So
how...
okay, don't ruin my metaphor, Keaton.
Whatever.
My room. Don't make me mute you. My room was a Hydra. In the barest sense of terms, it was something that you cut off the head, and 2 more heads grow out. So I'd clean my room, and then I'd get lazy with it. The same thing with my weight.
Oh.
I'd lose weight, I'd diet, and I'd get lazy with it. The thing is, I never got to a point where I was like, I'm happy where I am. I'm happy towards what I'm achieving towards, but never that I'm happy where I am.
Satisfied.
But really, should we aim towards happiness, or should we aim towards future happiness? Because really, here's going to be my hot take.
Okay. Well, we gotta wrap it up, so you gotta make it.
You shouldn't aim towards happiness. You should aim towards meaning, because out of meaning comes happiness.
There you go. It's good. Ryan, you know what? You would go great as a philosopher.
Well, I listened to a Jordan Peterson video yesterday.
Listen, I don't know who that is. But
you've got to listen to Jordan Peterson. You would love Jordan Peterson. But
Ryan, I have barely any time to take a dump. So
yeah, but your hydras in your life, if you just get it at the source and you don't just start hacking away mindlessly and actually know what you're doing when you go into battle with the Hydra, you're going to win against it. Because when you don't know what you're doing when you're fighting this beast, you just cut off the head, and then 2 more grow back, and then cut it off, and 2 more grow back. It's an infinite loop of never-ending.
You know, it wasn't
trash.
One of those moments where it's like, should have gone for the head. No, it was like,
yeah. So I think that metaphor worked. Do you think it worked?
I think it was kind of shaky, but it was alright. Okay. I liked where you're comparing how your life is kind of like your room, and like, you know, I think that was you should have stuck with that whole segment right there. Is about how I mean, you could have wrote a book about how in the end cleaning up your room was actually cleaning up your life, and
which
how
really
straightening up everything was really just, you know, putting yourself back into your perspective, because it's a place where you dwell. It's a place where you have all your emotions are in your room because you feel comfortable there. So I really liked how you were making that comparison, because that's a very strong comparison.
I mean,
like,
really,
that's some deep philosophy crap right there, man.
Really, it's true, because to reference back from the beginning of this episode, we referenced episode 3 of the podcast with James, when I said, "Oh, I can't go out. I have to clean my room." Right?
Yeah.
I always have to clean my room. Oh, I can't do this. I have to do this. Cleaning my room, and therefore cleaning up my life, has given me opportunity for putting the things that I actually want to consume my time with in there.
Ooh, Ryan, here we go. This is good.
Because
so wait.
Go ahead.
Your change. Okay, this is good. This is advice for the people listening. Your change was cleaning up your life. My change was changing scenery around me. Boom. If you're struggling, you got two options here, all right? You either got to clean up your life or change your scenery. Do both. I don't know.
Which of course, that's not like the crux of it. Like that's like the overarching
the main
ideas.
Thing is, build a relationship with God, go to church.
Right. There's practical things that you can do other than like changing what's around you and like literally upending your entire life and fixing everything all at once. Like the practical changes being it grow closer with a relationship with, I mean, not everyone who's listening to this is going to believe, and I understand that, which listen to episode 23. But so grow closer with something bigger to yourself. That's one practical step. Go to the gym and stop making excuses for yourself.
And eat healthy.
Go vegan.
Eat healthy. Go vegan.
Go vegan. This is the Pickle Jar Podcast.
Right now.
Do you have closing arguments? Do you have closing arguments, Keaton?
My closing argument. We just said our closing arguments. We said these how to be happy.
How to be happy. That's how you be happy.
How to be happy.
Get happy.
Yeah, that's how you be happy. You're two life experiences from not one, but two different people.
Two pickles in a jar.
Yeah, we're just two pickles floating around in our.
These pickles smell terrible.
Okay, cap that sucker. We out.
I've been Ryan Sullivan.
I've been Keaton. I've been Keaton Ashby.
Oh, wait. Okay, so I forgot. I do it from here. Remember, follow us on Instagram. Follow
Facebook.
Twitter.
Yeah, we use Twitter now.
We do sometimes. Listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Audible, Amazon. Like literally, if you can get a podcast there, get it there. Remember, why is this episode 33? Why not is it episode 32? Because episode 32 is only on audio platforms if you're watching this on YouTube. So make sure you go and listen to all the episodes instead of just listening to the ones you have. And then watch us on YouTube. I've been Ryan Sullivan.
I've been Keaton Ashby.